Rebecca and Cerys saved for years to buy their first homes. They thought these flats at Victoria Wharf in Cardiff Bay would be free of problems. But surveys done after the Grenfell Tower tragedy showed the buildings failed some fire safety tests.
It's not just the cladding, but there's internal fireworks that weren't completed to standard as well. We're already paying for that, so I've had the first £3,000 bill and I couldn't stop shaking when that came through. We're trapped here, we can't sell, we're realistically looking at going bankrupt.
We've seen a series of expert reports that show a number of potentially serious fireproofing problems on both the inside and the outside of the buildings. Well, the developer Taylor Wimpey, which owns the company who built the flats, says it has no ownership rights or legal interest in them. But it adds they were built in accordance with the current building regulations of the time. It also has contributed a sum of money towards some of the internal work that's already being carried out. But the residents there fear that the total cost of making things right could run into tens of millions of pounds. The company that manages the flats says it will help residents seek any funding to resolve the problems. But as leaseholders, they currently face having to find that money themselves.
I bought a first home, people bought retirement homes, they bought family homes, and we've ended up with unsafe homes and we've been left to deal with it ourselves. There are alternatives to leaseholders paying for this, and it doesn't necessarily mean government pays for it. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for government support into getting those responsible to pay for these mistakes.
The Welsh Government has set out new proposals for building safety. Each new development will need a named person responsible for reducing fire risk. More checks will have to take place during construction to show they've complied with the rules. And residents will have a clear process for raising concerns.
They've been told they have to foot the bill. Now, this bill doesn't necessarily do anything for them at this moment in time.
No, it doesn't do anything for them, and I've been really clear with them that it doesn't. It draws a line in the sand at the point it's implemented, and everything going forward from that. We are in discussion both with the UK government and their leasehold reform proposals that have just come out, and we're in the process of taking legal advice ourselves for the best way of helping leaseholders who find themselves in that position.
The Welsh Government's draft budget does include £32 million for building safety concerns across Wales. But campaigners warn the total cost of tackling cases like this is likely to be far higher. Mike Griffiths, ITV News.